Hey everybody! Today's the day. I'm super excited. Our doors from Restoration Design just showed up. And yes, this Porsche already has doors, but they're cabriolet doors. And we are changing it to a Speedster. So come along with us and we're gonna show you how these doors are gonna change that car. Now the question is this the passenger side or the driver's side?
Just get to work. Now, Teresa's excited about this, but I'm also excited. This is one of those opportunities, even though you can make stuff from scratch and do a shit ton of metal work, sometimes you really have to sit back and decide whether that effort makes sense or whether something that'll make the end result and the end product better makes more sense. So apparently, this is how fast they work around here. You said you wanted Speedster doors, now you're going to start stamping them. Awesome for my back.
Yeah, I bet.
Okay. Gosh, they're gorgeous. From the inside.
There is a piece on there that
Gorgeous.
I did make too.
From the outside.
That piece.
Yep.
That's the piece
Awesome.
I made.
Awesome. So Teresa actually stamped this piece and I think one of these when we were there. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
They actually used those pieces to make these doors. These doors are very difficult for them to make also, so they are put together and assembled by hand, which is something I thought was really special. Now we're going to show you the difference between the two and why we're doing this. If you look at both doors, see how this one has a space for a window and a vent window? And of course the Speedster doors don't have that. The reason for that is back when they were building these cars, one of the salespeople for North America talked to Porsche and figured that these cars were a little bit expensive for the American market. So what they did is they offered this car with no roll-up windows, no fancy top of any sort, just a canvas top, and they were able to sort of price point it in a place where it would be a little bit more affordable and maybe more appealing to the American market. What they didn't know at the time is they were actually building a cult following, which is really, really rad. So at the end of the day, we'd rather have an Outlaw that's a Speedster replica or a Speedster modification than have one with windows, and that's of course you've been following that all along, our transition from one to the other. Today I'm going to take this door off. It looks like this one doesn't come with hinges. So I'm going to have to switch the hinges over, install the door, fit the door, see if it gaps itself well. I don't pretend to think that the door will gap itself 100% because it's just that way. All these things are made by hand. Even these cars were made by hand one at a time back in the day. Two different coach builders built them, and let's just say they had a bunch of lead to make up the differences. Here we go. It's interesting. I thought this project would be really simple today. But like all good things, it's going to take a little extra bit of work. I think you're loose.
Pardon?
I think you're loose. Good to go.
Doors for sale. Doors for sale.
Okay. Perfect. So truth be told, all I know is that the door should fit the opening. We've got a couple other issues that are going to come up. The door latch is in a completely different spot because, of course, they didn't build Speedsters in 63, 64.
No, Speedsters were 50s.
Yeah, so we think the door opening is the same. You know what? We might just check that right now.
Okay.
Let's go have a look.
My fingers can't go underneath there. My fingers are in there. I can't hold it anywhere else. There we go.
Okay. Check. It's going to present a giant problem here. Okay, the problems continue. But I got to get one thing done at a time.
Oh dear.
I still got a bunch of metal work to do. All right. That's what we've created. So we're going to put this one aside and we're going to pull the hinges off the other one.
Okay.
So remember when Teresa said she was hoping that this would be the end of metalwork? It's not.
No. Apparently we have a little more to do. Well, damn it.
Okay, and we want these hinges. So I'm going to put my favorite grinding lady on this.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, get some safety glasses.
You'll be happy to know, because you've all been commenting on the fact that we don't have safety glasses on. I got safety glasses. And I even got a pair for JF. And he's going to put them on his eyes instead of on his head.
I like them on my head.
I know.
You're going to take these rivets, because we're using a big thick blade for this on purpose. Okay. We're not trying to cut these rivets, we're actually physically trying to grind them down. But this shape of the blade allows us to get right in these spaces, so. Always check where your sparks are going. We don't want to hit that car, so we're just going to move this just a little bit. So I'm physically floating the grinder above the rivet.
Okay.
And when it moves around too much, I kind of guide it. I kind of want to grind it down flat, so back and forth on that. The idea is I don't want to grind the actual door or the hinge. When you get to the right part in it, you'll see just kind of like right there, it's got a little ring. I think we're deep enough and that'll be good. This one's going to pose a really extra special problem with this big weld that somebody put in there. Okay, that one's done. Okay. Okay. I'm going to let Teresa do a couple. This thing spits water out all over. It's going to turn into a wet t-shirt contest.
Good thing I'm wearing black.
Let me go drain it here.
Why does it have water in it?
Compressors always have water. There, that should help. So I'm going to come in and I am going to line up where those little rivets were, and I'm hoping they'll pound out. Not cooperating. Yeah, maybe it is. Yep, see it going down there?
Yep.
There we go. There's one. Now I'm a little worried that this may cause a dent in the back door. So I'm gonna go get something soft to put behind it.
Is there a razor blade on your...
Yeah, I don't like how hard I'm having to hit this. I'm just gonna put that on a nice soft surface. Okay. Keep playing whack-a-mole. There we go. Nice soft surface. What I'm trying there is little center punch, just to see if I can get in the right spot. Because if you go for one side or the other, sometimes what you can do is cause that rivet to flare. And that doesn't help anything. No, that one's moving. Moving, gone. This one's not playing nice. That one's moving. Moving. And gone. I'm not sure what to do with this one right here. Maybe you can pass me the grinder. So sometimes, you see how I'm struggling with this one, sometimes you just haven't gone down the surface enough. Okay, I feel I'm deep enough there. Now, if you guys have been following, we've been doing this on that bus project. You want to talk about rivets. Holy cow, the side of a bus riveted together. I'm going to get a bigger hammer and a glove. Perfect. We'll try on Teresa's.
Not deep enough. Struggling with that one. Ooh, the door didn't like that. No, I don't think Teresa's are deep enough. I didn't think so.
Here, smell that burning?
Smells like BO.
It's my skin getting burnt.
No, I think that's this type of metal. It smells, as soon as you got to that metal, it started smelling funny.
I think I'm destroying the door if I hit it too hard here. Okay, so more problems. Par for the course. I'm going to take this over here that somebody welded together. See that big weld? I'm going to grind on that for a minute. See if I can split that up. So first thing I'm going to do is put a cut this way and then this way. Try to get to the point where that hinge can come apart. don't know if you can see the color that's coming out there, but that's really good news. It's not a great way to repair stuff, but it's been brazed, which means it doesn't have a lot of penetration. Ooh, yeah. Is that just the one?
It looks like...
Oh, look at that. That was super lucky. I'm happy about that. Okay. This actually worked out good because I'm going to be able to show you how to take rivets out another way, because this one is fighting me a little bit and I don't want to damage the door. Looks like it needs some repair already, but we know these 356 pieces are all rare, so we're going to try our best to save this door. So what I'm going to do is center punch these. So at least my drill has a chance of starting somewhere in the middle of the rivet. Okay. Drill our pilot hole. Remember, small drill bit, high speed. Something weird's happening there. Did you see it stepping?
It's really... Want to be able to see what I'm doing? Yeah, those are mostly in the middle. Now really what we're trying to do here, in a perfect world you would want to drill to the exact right size, but the chances of getting that pilot right in a good spot is very unlikely. Very unlikely. I'm going to step it up to a size still smaller than the opening. And I'm hoping to kind of bash the thing out. Once you got most of the material drawn away, see, that one just fell right through. That one did too. That one also. I'm not actually drilling right through here, kids. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so we've saved the hinge. It's in really good shape. We've done the least amount of damage to the door.
So if you got a buddy that needs a cabriolet, or I think coupe is the same, there's a door. And if anybody's got a use for this piece, we'll give it to you. I don't think it's very good, but you might be stuck for maybe your vent got all smashed up, or these back vents are no good on yours. You can have it. Just pay us to ship it to you and you can have it. Okay, moving on. I think I'm done with this little door. That's good news. One door on its way out the door. Okay, this door into place. I have not decided, so I think for this, I'm not going to make a heavy level of commitment. I think I really kind of want to bolt them together if I find something that's the right size. Okay.
What do you got?
I'm going to bolt these together for now. I'm not so sure that that's going to be a permanent thing, but for now, I'd rather bolt them together than fool around with a bunch of stuff. Perfect. It's nice and snug in there, so nothing wrong with that. Did I mention how good a job these guys do with these doors?
How many?
4 and 4. I'm making sure these are super tight, because if they were a rivet, of course they'd be extra tight. So I think I'm happy with doing that. Nice and tight. I just found a little freight damage here, so I'm going to fix that up. You can see this lip's all bent up. Perfect. So, boring assembly.
Well, you know, the funny thing is what I was thinking we ordered these doors. It's not like Home Depot where you just order new doors and you just install the doors.
Nothing automotive is. When the clients bitch about how long it takes to do something, they need to do a few things themselves and just understand that it ain't easy. Now, teamwork. Can we do it? We have got a whole bunch of nuts to put in place. And then if we show these guys, we'll show them. The elevation, I like to call it, part of the door, this way, gets measured by little shims that go in here. So all these little shims have got to go in there. But you don't know how many until you've fitted the door once. And then you check the elevation. If it's wrong, then you add some or subtract some. So.
Oh, I remember Teddy doing that on the Blazer.
Yep. So I'm going to do 2 and 2 here. You're going to have to hold the door. Around the back. Ew. That's not fun. Okay. I need a third hand on this side.
Can't help you.
Yeah. All right, that was the hard part, getting one started. Maybe not. Okay, we gotta work together somehow. Leave the door open like that, and then I'll control it in and out of it.
Okay.
I think your back has to go down just a touch for now. Fuck around. One started, and I think I've got it clocked properly. Yep, I do. Ooh, that's 2. One more for 3. And 4. Okay, here's what I'm fighting. Let's see if we can get this thing in here. Yeah, okay. So, there's a plate that goes on the back side that I have to hold up. And at the same time, I have to hold up these little guys and on that guy. So that's all like that. Okay. So I'm going to start by putting one of these here to hold everything up. And these 2 guys are going to hang loosely there. I don't know if I was not right-handed, that would help. Maybe I could do it with my left. I can kind of see where that goes. Okay. I think I've started it. Okay, perfect. That guy up. Ooh, winner, winner, chicken dinner. I think we got it. Okay, now, there's going to be adjustment in them this way, and this way. So we are starting in the middle of nowhere here. Really hoping that these bolts don't bump into those bolts, because remember we got rid of those rivets. Okay, Teresa, careful, careful.
I'm
I'll
going
watch
slow.
it come together here. So you can see already we're in trouble. It's touching down here, and it's going to touch in there. So I need to go up. Up for starters. So that means I'm loosening all of these. I'm going to physically hold the door up. 2x4. Ah, see that? Perfect. Now, the thing we did there. Oh no, we wanted to come back with it. Can you just tap the door at the bottom this way? Yep, whoa. We'll try that. Okay, we're going to call this another wild guess. Ooh. Looks like our elevation is better. Okay, we're rubbing there. So we can see it wants to come in to the right spot. We're just touching right here at the base. And I am not 100% sure that it isn't just the curvature of this rocker panel that we put in. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to just beat it out of the way for now. Not too aggressively, because we don't want to change the shape of it, but just a little bit. There's just a little bit of weld back there.
I was going to say, on the other side, it's more square than round. Like right there?
Yeah.
It's more square on the other side?
Yeah.
Than round.
That's what I'm just doing. Okay. If I knew the elevation, everything was right, I would change that more, but I'm not confident in anything right now. Hard to tell. Okay, so we're gonna do one more push to push it up to see if we can close the door. Once we close the door, we'll know what modifications we have to make. I don't want to get into heavy changes until then. So basically raise the bottom one as high as it would go, didn't I? Oh, it's just cleared there. Okay, so another problem we have is we had too many shims. You see how this is sticking out now that it's trying to close? Look at how much it sticks out. So we have the right amount of shims here, wrong amount of shims on the bottom. So we'll take both those shims out for starters, and then we can start working on the other bits of the problems. I can see this install video is going to turn into a day's worth of welding at the front of this door. This is what they call coach built.
Call what?
Coach built. The craftsmen that built all these cars by hand were called coach builders.
Oh. So I can call you Coach. Hey, Coach.
I don't know about that.
Put me in, Coach. Ooh. That's much better.
We are hitting something. Okay, right here. The grinding to fit begins, my friends. So we've just got a little spot touching here by, an 1/8, 3/16. So I'm going to grind that down so we have full closure of the door on our way to figuring out what we need to do next.
Everybody, Round of applause. He's got his glasses on.
One step closer. That is some different shapes right there. So you have to dolly the door down just a little bit there. Some of this gap is good. You can see it's very high here. And of course I went with the original door that was on here to do that. That's manageable. The door is, it's very high at the back. Very high, so I got some big adjustments to do there. Maybe we'll start with that. That'll open this up, and that might change things. Because right now we're touching this area against this area. I'm just gonna push it back just a bit. Going to give us a little space there. But we want to drop the back of the door down just a touch. So, I'm going to loosen it off. Teresa, you're just going to give this a shove back. Oh, I think that's got it. Oh yeah, that's fitting way better back here. Just a bit more curve there. Okay, all right. That's working better. You can see we have a very round car and kind of a squarer door.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I think you could see there was a lot of lead in here before. You're going to see the door is closer to being accurate than not. You need a little lead there. Bottom's pretty good. Sure looks like I want to bring that door up some more though.
Could you just bring it up in the front?
No. It doesn't work like that. One thing. So this is meant to be all welded up. I haven't done that because it's meant to follow the curve here. So you weld and grind until you get that curve the same as here. One of the problems I got is we're sort of getting interference in here. And I think that maybe I will open this up and drive it that way just a touch. Relieve some of this tension that we've got between the two. See, the door's not relaxed. I'd like it to be relaxed right there. You guys see the problem I got myself into? Now, how do I make the transition from here to here? Leave that in the comments. Maybe my buddy Carl Fisher will come and spend a day with me and do something magical there. Maybe I'll be on my own.
I'm sure we could call him. It's about that time of the year when he comes over anyways.
Okay. Careful what you wish for. Not there yet. Need to go up a little bit there. This is the part of the video where I'm like, what have I got myself into? Yeah, but really, what have I got myself into?
She says, make it into a speedster.
Yeah, get me those fancy doors.
It'll be easy, honey.
I'm like, yeah, that's gonna save me a lot of work. Wow, well, stay tuned for about 3 episodes on fitting doors on this car. Okay, there we go. Here's a start, because what I want to do is make sure the door can be loose in the opening. We're getting there. We're getting there. We can see that this is very high. We're lining up here, not bad. You know what I might do? I might put one more shim in the top there. That would make this fit just a little bit better. I might bring this in a little bit. I gotta drive that down. This, I think, is just a little leftovers from the damage from the shipping. You guys remember that spoon from a couple episodes ago? I'm gonna go get it.
A spoon? When did we use a spoon?
Well, I'm gonna use my magic tool that I made.
Ah, magic tool. I remember
Magic
the
tool
magic
again.
tool.
You haven't watched that episode, so watch what's gonna happen. We're physically going
Oh,
to
that's good.
pull out on that. Now, if when we were making the video, we would have known how many uses we could have for this thing. Woo! It's better. I think I'm still gonna drive that down and this out. We're making headway there. Happier with that. Okay. I said I wanted to add one shim to this upper guy. That was the tough one to work with. Yep, that's you. Like we lost some of our height there. Oh, that's getting better. We've lost a bunch of height. I don't know how come. Yeah, I'm just thinking I may want to blow the door apart and just open up those holes so that the door can go up another couple millimeters, because that's what it needs to start with. So this will be the episode. How many times do we take the door on and off the car? See how it's super tight here? And it's not quite the right height here. There's not a lot of ways to fix that. We know the bottom one's up as high as we could. Okay, I'm going to do some rough alignments here and then blow the door off again. I was hoping we'd be done by now. Not gonna happen. Okay, the door's coming off again. Onto the stand will be perfect. So you can see these holes are already quite oblong, but we're hitting the ceiling on them. So what I really got to do is go this high on all of them.
All right.
Okay. All I did was open the openings up just a little higher by 2 or 3 millimeters so that we could get the door hinges to go up. That should work.
They look really pretty.
Okay. Assume the position.
Okay, I'm assuming the position.
Luckily, it's a light little thing. Back down just a bit. Oh, shit. Down, down, down. Okay, 3 of these little shims up top. I'm getting better at this. I think, I hope. Yep, back towards me, just this way. Yeah. And up on the back side, just right there. that's going to be a little off. Oh. Okay, again. Okay, so our gap at the very start here is good. Our elevation here is much better. I have to take this hinge and make it go back. See how it's sticking out a bunch more now too? Mm-hmm. So, feels like we actually have to drop it just a touch. Okay, so I'm gonna take one shim out of the top for starters and then drop it a little bit that way. I think I'm gonna do that on the bottom. Now I might be able to come back this way on the top. Okay. Fun, fun, fun.
What are we doing?
One more time. Taking one shim out of the top. That'll align it better. And then we're gonna let it roll back just a touch. The best news is there's a chance we're too high. Okay, I do need you to hold the door there, love.
Okay.
Just this way a little bit. Can you just let it, you're putting too much pressure up. Okay. Okay, now relax the door there.
Did you bring it down?
I did a couple things. See, I brought this down just a touch, and then I made this stick out less. So we're much better there. It's interesting because this is actually working out better. Remember that big rise that I was trying to sink back down to the door? Mm-hmm. Well, now I think I can lift that and make them match. With the free tool. All right, if you guys want me to build you one for $49.95, I don't mind doing that. There we go. There we go. See how flowy that is? So I'm not super concerned about this gap because this is a weld to fit gap anyways. So that's not what I'm chasing right now. Right now I'm trying to square the door up mostly along the bottom rocker because we don't want to weld all the way along there to make a gap. So you can see it's still high in the rear. I'm going to drop it just a little bit. That's going to open up this gap at the same time. And I just have to decide whether at this point or at this point what I'm trying to change. So I think I'm going to split the difference, probably pull it back a millimeter here first, and then probably push it forward a millimeter there. And that's going to make up for that big gap. One more time. So can you give this a little push, love?
What am I pushing?
You're pushing right here, back towards me. No, not hitting, pushing. Okay. That should be our millimeter.
Felt like a lot more than a millimeter.
No, I think we're...
God, that's good.
Yeah, we're still, see, we're fat here.
Oh yeah, the back is just a smidge.
So I think we want to go just a touch more. You can feel it binding up in the hinges there. So the hinge pins actually have to be very aligned. So the more you fool with just one of them, it's not good. Oof, that was a lot. Okay, we're coming down. We're coming down, we're very close to even there. You can see this gap's opened up a bit. We still want to drive this down a little, which is good, I think, for everything that we're trying to do here. It's going to have a really nice flow to it. This feels great. Great, great, great.
Looks really good.
Yeah. If you want to hold it just right here. So what I'm trying to do is, this is probably the point where it needs to match. Because I got to drive the body in here, out here. Yeah, that's better. Feels as though I got to drive that down. This is good. Well, trying to add a little bit of shape to this door so that it's got a little bit more curve. So, oh, I did it there. I fucked it. I gotta figure it out. Okay, it's coming back together. Good. Let's have a look. It's crazy. Did you see it before? Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Yeah, this was all out and that was flat.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's got a good fit now. Yeah, it's really good. Very close there, very close here. Like here, I'm not good enough. Not good enough, but that's okay. What's on there? Got a little high spot here. So by hitting in that little crease there, what I'm trying to do is pull this down and change its shape a little bit.
Wouldn't your little spatula work?
Oh yeah. The free tool. Wow, I'm almost ready to call that a night. See how nice it fits up there?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
It's really, really coming around.
Good. And look at that, no windows.
So one thing it's got that I think I can fix again with this little tool is this is quite high. And I don't think we'll get caught up, like it's sitting quite high here. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna try to drive it down here. Yeah. Same thing as we're doing on the outside. And I can sneak this underneath there. Just kind of pull up on it. Trying to get the two to match up a little bit better. That's better. Leave that there. Call that good. We call that pretty darn good. Call this good. I think we're going to call that a night for now. What I'm going to do is come in the morning and do a bunch of welding and grinding and show you guys how we sort of fill these gaps and get it fitting really good. After that, we have this very big situation to deal with. I gotta drive this down somehow. It's tough because it's in the one spot I can't get to. I wonder if I could get to it with a screwdriver. Oh. Don't want to do too much of that either. Oh yeah, it's starting to come down. This is good. Just a little bit more. I think, just from experience, that I can kind of take the fatness, just a little fatness here. I think I can actually dolly that out of there. So you can actually see what's happening here. Come and have a look and I'll show you. If you feel it here, love. See how that's getting flatter?
Oh,
this is bumped
there's
up.
a dimple right there.
So what's physically doing is it's pushing the metal this way. It's filling this gap at the same time as profiling it. So I'm going to keep doing that. Watch your fingers.
There.
Yeah, just a little bit more here. Now you can't do a lot of that before you start creating dents, but I got away with just enough there. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
What does that do?
Shrinks.
Oh.
Yeah. So the idea there, and I'm not talking about shrinking moving molecules. Man, that worked out good. Shrinking moving molecules is if you have a surface that's completely flat and you just tap on it, you're going to create a bunch of highs and lows. Highs and lows you can hardly feel. But because you're doing that, it'll shrink that section. Everything will come into it. So if you had a big surface like this and you just kept tapping it all over the place, it's kind of in a circle pattern on the inside and then back out, you would take that whole globe and you just bring it down just a little bit. It's not a shrinking technique that you can use everywhere. It takes a little experience to know where you want to use it. Gives you a lot of control because you're not creating a dent either. Go ahead and feel that, love. You'll see what I mean.
Oh, wow.
That's nice, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. I got one little pull to do right here. Like that. Free tool. Funny, this tool's already taking weird shapes. It's just getting better and better. It's actually profiled like this now a little bit, which I love. there it is. That is for sure the night. I'll get back at it in the morning.
Okay.
So, we'll see you tomorrow for some more welding, grinding, fitment. For now, looks like a speedster.
It's got doors.
Looks like a speedster.
Speedster doors.
Haven't figured out yet how we're going to latch them. I got big problems. Yeah.
If you haven't already, share this with your friends and like us and subscribe.
Or if you're into 356s
Oh, yeah.
and you have a friend that has parts, we need door latches for an early 356, like call it 59. If you could help us with that, that would be super. Left, right, car, and door. We haven't got them. Don't know where to find them. Thanks, guys.